I know you like horror. That's why you're listening to me yap right now. I hope. You dabble in some spooky, creepy analog horrors. Oh, look at the little VHS glitches. Oh, these photoshopped faces are gonna give you nightmares, huh? Everyone knows the common analog horror series here on YouTube. You have your Mandela catalogs, Local 58. Just tell me you're basic already. Hurry up, your Starbucks order is ready. We're not going to talk about those, even though I talked about them last video. And if you were a good kitten and watched my last video, you would have seen me stumbling upon an unknown series, that being Bornglobo Hornglo. Bornglobo Hornglo is a 2023 video uploaded by the channel Meppy. It has a similar feeling to if you were to bring a camera into your dreams, with erratic piano, choppy imagery, and nonsensical surroundings. This has the bearings to be an interesting take on the analog horror trope, a horror based on dream imagery. But then the drum starts beating and you see him. I assume this is Bornglobo Hornglo? Who then. Well, look at him go. Look at him dance. Hey, this is still somewhat eerie. What? What is the dog doing? Don't eat that burrito. It's probably possessed by Bornglobo Hornglo. And then it ends. Did Bornglobo Hornglo possess the dog? What was he the burrito? Now, you could just easily write this off as just a little funny joke. I mean, just look at that dog. But there's a secondary video for this series. Yes, Bornglobo Hornglo is a series. But we're going to be doing a FNAF reference, where the second video in the Bornglobo Hornglo verse is a prologue. Artistically in Christ as Bornglobo Pro logo, the video opens up with someone ruffling through the pages of a notebook. The first page titled Things I Saw This Summer. Childlike drawings taking their places on each page, including glebe, ugly rat, and woman. Until our MC stumbles upon the page titled Bornglobo with a password underneath. Various servers fill the screen. One page leads to a dancing 3D model of Bornglobo. Look at him go. Another links to Bornglobo singing along what I assume to be the ugly rat. A third leads us to Bornglobo now simply staring at us. The last website is GeorgetownWashington.com. Sadly, not a real website, which has a bunch of embedded links, including the Constitution. I mean, I get that one. Georgetown is in DC, so yeah. Mount Rushmore, that's like a whole continent away, but whatever. The Spiral Mountain, well, that is a spiral looking mountain. Okay, a little strange. Now let's check out Riverschlon. Is that French or something? And what's this link here? Our final entry into this series is titled Bornglobo, the most creative part of the series. This includes a whole paper-crafted theater. Honestly refreshing, and I frankly do love it. We have a dinosaur. Look at him. He lays an egg, or she, probably. The egg hatches, and out comes a... Is this supposed to be a glebe? Maybe an ugly rat. I'll call him Gloobly. Now, Gloobly takes a nice walk in the forest and becomes very thirsty. So naturally, you take a sip out of the nearest lake. A very phallic looking straw comes out of his mouth, and Gloobly drinks the whole ocean. His greed is sickening, but it was too much and he throws it all up, and all the stomach acid and water causes a magic bean sprout to grow, and it grew all the way into the sky. Gloobly climbs it and is face to face with the moon, but the moon had such a great gravitational strength that Gloobly flew into the moon. Am I having an acid trip? And that's how the series ends. I mean, there's like 6 minutes of this, but I'm not MatPat. I don't know how to decipher this, so it's over. Bornglobo Hornglo is obviously a joke if you couldn't tell, but I do find some charm in it. It is handcrafted, visuals and all. I mean, they made a whole paper puppet show for a joke video. There's a lot of people that wouldn't put effort into a joke like this, or anything in their life for that matter. So I approve, and I'll give this like a 7.5, maybe 8.5 out of 10. I didn't start out thinking I was gonna give rankings, but here we are. Now let's take a little detour. How about I treat you, my little itty bitty iPad kids, and play some Simpsons for you. We're gonna watch this season 7 episode.
You got the dud!
Here we have the reveal of the dud card, just a very goofy, pathetic looking guy. This is just a simple, ordinary scene, huh? I mean, this Homer smile is a little weird, but it's a very smooth animation. Apparently this slow smile is based on how one of the show directors saw their dad smile as a kid. That's very cute and innocent. So why am I bringing this up? Why is a Simpsons scene in the same video as Bornglobo Hornglo? Man, if a video like this hit the internet in 2010, there would be very many little children freaking out. The choppy animation, the VHS filter, this freaking music, I don't know what it's called, but it just brings such an old, lost horror vibe. It's so, you know, I mean, it would fit right into old YouTube horror when you still have videos like this. The cold, unfeeling face of the dud just makes it feel like an unrelenting force, forcing any onlooker to take on the face of Homer Simpson, even the man himself. It is giving old creepypasta SCP vibes. It's an unknown presence that only wants to incorporate everyone into its hive mind or something. Maybe I'm reading too deep into this. Top 4 duds, part 8. I don't know why, but that just feels very humorous considering the horror this is supposed to be. That's like top 4 deadly car crashes part 7. Wait, that is a real thing. Now this really breaks the immersion here. The dud is supposed to be some horrific presence, but then we have students passing notes with the dud on them. That's like if my professor passed me back my exam with a anthrax letter. I like the idea that someone went through every time anything is revealed in a Simpsons episode just to add the dud into it. Like, think of the logistics. Why did someone build a giant dud just to show off to an entire theater? But how do we feel about this as an analog horror? Do we even count this as an analog horror? Yes, it's my video. It's original, and I find it humorous. And I like the idea, but there's not much into it. It's the same conclusion every time. I'll give the dud a 6.5 out of 10. Look, trying to find unknown creepypastas is kind of tough. Most of them are unknown for a reason. They're either obvious parodies or simply terrible. Okay, a bucket, we ball. What is a new home for Mr. Bearlington?
Are you ready for the opportunity of a lifetime? Allow us to present the new home for Mr. Bearlington contest.
A new home for Mr. Bearlington. Enter this contest for the chance to win $50,000 in half-off utilities for life, I guess. All you need to do is let this stuffed bear into your home. I've seen people pay more for their weird fetishes, so I wouldn't even question this either. I could buy a ton of body pillows with that money. All I need to do to enter is write a little essay, introduction, thesis, body, and conclusion as to why Mr. Bearlington should enter this home, and our boy Stanley would do anything to get 50% off utilities. Holy yap! Stanley had been selected for the next round. It seems very competitive. Now we just need to answer these innocent and non-security risking questions. I bet Mr. Bearlington could ask for Stanley's social security number and he'd still answer.
Hey, Stanley here. So, this is my place. This is, my den. We'll come back to that in a moment. But here's, the place that I spend probably most of my time. I am a movie lover.
And Stanley promptly showcases his whole house. Every crevice and spot, even shows off his nice garden. Very pretty, Stanley. And look at that, doxing yourself is the way. He just won the opportunity to welcome Mr. Bearlington into his abode. And just look at that box. USPS has denied my shipping with better packaging than with this. I find it very hard to believe this would make it through shipment. And Mr. Bearlington looks stylish, fashionable, dapper. Honestly, this looks like an outfit Stanley would wear. He's going to fit right in. But the contest is not over yet. We gotta upload videos of us doing tasks with Mr. Bearlington, else we lose all our money. Well, if we didn't think this was a fetish beforehand, I feel like this confirms it. First task, give Mr. Bearlington some water. He might be parched after his journey. Now, Stanley, I find it very rude for you to take a big sip of the water Mr. Bearlington explicitly asked for. That's not very good roommate behavior. Now we're going to watch a movie together, and Stanley continues to be extremely rude. Talking when Mr. Bearlington is simply trying to watch a movie in peace, listening to music, reading a book together.
Her grandmother. Everybody loved this little girl. Her grandmother perhaps loved her the most of all and gave her a great many pretty things.
Stanley, I think you should look into being an audiobook narrator. I love the cuts to Mr. Bearlington just sitting in silence here. Next up, they play a round of chess, and Mr. Bearlington absolutely dominates Stanley at his own game. They take a nice drive together. The shaking of the car makes it seem like Mr. Bearlington is genuinely looking out the window. Next, Stanley wines and dines the stuffed bear. What am I saying?
Outdid myself this time. How is it?
Well, who would have thought taking care of a stuffed bear won't give you $50,000 for free? And Stanley is pissed.
It's been a month and I still haven't gotten my money. Is this some kind of joke or something? Because if it is, it isn't funny. Please, if someone could just get a hold of me. Look, if I don't get what I was promised, I'm going to toss the doll and report you guys for fraud.
Just look at him. He's really going to call the cops over this. Imagine how that phone call would sound like. Hey, I'd like to report some fraud. So I entered this contest and they said they'd give me $50,000. No, they told me to take care of a stuffed bear, and record videos and, hello? At least we were able to get a reply. No matter how many times Stanley tries to get rid of the bear, it always comes back, and he is pissed.
You guys broke into my friggin' house for a joke. I'm calling the cops.
After a long day of gaming on Twitch, which is harder than your 9 to 5, Stanley decides to take a little nap.
Mr. Bearlington?
Not with your stomach. I'm sorry, but this has got to be one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen. Oh no, Stanley has had his soul sent into the bear, and Mr. Bearlington gets to look dapper in his hat. And even though this is a little silly, it's short and sweet and very unique in its premise and execution, being almost entirely IRL. When most analog horrors will just slap a VHS filter on a PowerPoint. And I like how there's almost no horror aspects to it until the very end. Mr. Bearlington is a very solid 7 out of 10. Hey, it's me, Huemongoose here, and I want to thank you for watching all the way to the end. This is a very interesting video to make. I got to see a lot of things I did like Bornglobo Hornglo a lot, specifically for the paper theater. It's pretty awesome. I don't know what else to say. These conclusions are always just me yapping. I got nothing to say. If there's any analog horrors you'd like me to review, just leave them down below. I was thinking of like making my own parody analog horror just for this video, but it sounds like too much work. But thank you for watching. Subscribe for a smooch. Okay, bye. I love you.